So there's not a lot of Gundam video games that have lasted for like decades, but one that has is the Gundam Versus line, and they came out with their own model years ago, the Extreme Gundam. It's basically their Mobile Suit mascot. There's different versions of it. There's one that has, I can't remember the names of, but there's one that has wings. There's one that has cannons that can peg onto the back, and then when you put them on the arm, they flip out. It's pretty cool. There's different variations, but this is the base one, the Extreme Gundam, and it's kind of, I guess, their interpretation of the RX-72, just kind of like modernized a little bit from when it came out. But it is pretty nice. I like the clear blue. I would advise gluing quite a few pieces, especially the ankle and the shoulder. You'll notice I'm missing a piece. It's somewhere. I don't know where. I didn't even know it was missing until I took it off the shelf. Same thing with the hand. It's using the older, similar to like the old gems, the high grade kits, which the hands, I hate these hands because they don't peg together that well. Because you're mostly just relying on this peg here, where the thumb is. And they fall off so easily, and I noticed them on the floor, and I don't know where it comes from, because I have so many, and I put it in a box, and then I take one off the shelf. I'm like, is that one? A little too late. But we'll pretend that doesn't exist. It's annoying, so just be aware of that. And it has a pretty nice looking head. I like the design of the face mask. It actually has two heads. You see there's a V-fin under here, and I don't think you're really supposed to use this face in this. I think they've done a couple different models of this, different versions, and I think this one, I think it's supposed to be a pink one, pink and white, with like a bigger skirt piece, and I think it uses the head on the back, but I don't think they ever released that as a model, which is really weird. I don't know why you do this and not like immediately release that kit. But yeah, it does have a face underneath, and I don't think it's even supposed to be pegged in like that yet, because there's a flat edge in here, and like the one part of the peg is flat, and it doesn't really want to peg. You could force it, or you could like cut off a little bit of the peg to make it go in there, but yeah, it would if you modify it. I don't even know why they bothered if they're not going to utilize it, but they did, so it's a thing. I mean, for the front, it just looks like it has a little bit of hair in the back. But the overall design is neat. Kind of simple, but it's because of that clear blue that makes it look a little oomph. And even though I don't like the hands that come with this kind of jointage system, it's still got good posability. Like you shouldn't have much of a problem pulling off the poses you want. I don't know why they made the skirts at the front the way they did, because they're so close to the body, they're useless. But you can still get the legs forward because they're so small, thankfully. And I forgot. Little T yellow piece right here in the side skirt, which is like really small. You didn't even need that. I forgot it was there. That's nice. Knees could definitely be better. And the ankles are actually pretty good. There's no toe joint, but it's got some nice tiltage. So, not bad. And weaponry doesn't have a lot of weaponry. You got the beam sabers on the back. Very simple back. The little thing is, they're not actual beam sabers. They're just for show. I hate it when they do that, when they make fake ones. It's so easy just to have a peg and a hole. They don't really do that anymore, I don't think. I can't think of one like that in high grade form, which is good, thankfully. But the weapon that really stands out with this kit is this. So here's the shield, but it doubles as a case for the beam rifle guitar. Yeah, why does it have a guitar that's a beam rifle? It's extreme. I don't know. Were they channeling their 90s? I like the fact that they got this little handle that you can hold. If you have the holding hand, I don't. But it basically keeps the beam rifle in place because it just goes over far enough. You don't need it though. Like, this is a very, very good fit. I don't know why they bothered. But if it ever gets loose over time, I've had this since it came out, so don't worry. I don't think it should be a problem. And the handle here moves so you can kind of get it out of there without any problem. And the beam rifle, I mean, it looks like half beam rifle, half guitar. I kind of would have liked the keytar, if you know what that is, from the 80s. That would be kind of cool. But I mean, if you have put your hand over here, yeah, definitely front half is a beam rifle. At least the scope still moves. You got two moving handles, and the handle here is actually small enough I think it could hold it. or usually ones from especially the R72. I don't know why they're so friggin' big, but they are. But it is nice. And the shield here, you don't have to have it holding in the hand. Now these parts here on the arm, don't glue those. Any blue parts you glue, don't glue these because you actually have to move, or at least the one, because you have to move it and peg it up here, and then you can peg it into the arm. And that's been like that since I bought it. And it's been, I've had actually the shield and the beam rifle together, and it holds it fine. It's not too heavy. It's pretty good. Nice chunky shield. You can have it hold it here too, so it looks like an actual guitar case. I don't know why. Well, I know why. It reminds me of the one movie. Is it Desperado? I think. Where the guy he goes into town. He has this guitar case full of guns and stuff, and then later on he calls in his friends, and one has a guitar case that's a rocket launcher, and another one has two guitar cases that are like Gatling guns. I always think of that when I see this. And it's really cool. And the one reason I didn't notice the hand piece was missing, because this peg, this is one of the few kits back in the day that had pegs for weapons. Like I think they just started when this kit came out, but it is such a good connection. Like I've never had a problem. That's why I didn't notice it was missing, because the gun didn't fall out. So you can have it like that, and then you can have it so it looks like he's playing it. And I just love it. I just love this thing. Like the weapons, if it wasn't for the weapons, I don't think I liked the model as much, because it is really simple. But I love the weapons. The guitar beam rifle and the shield guitar case are just unique. So unique.